up, Buttercups? Very good morning. So I just got out of the shower. Today is one of those I'm not getting ready kind of days because it's a snow day too. It snowed a little bit more. I don't know if you're gonna really be able to tell or not, but it snowed. I saw it this morning. And my neighbor's dog has not shut up in like an hour. I love dogs, but this dog is literally driving me nuts, and I don't want you to have these, babe. So excuse me while I put these away. So I took a shower this morning, and I did the hair mask. Whenever I take a shower, I like to follow up with my Lush hair mask. So that's what I did. So I'm just letting it sit in my hair. I'm just letting, I'm going to keep the towel in just for a few minutes so it can kind of soak up most of the moisture. And then I'll take it out and let the hair mask kind of do its thing. And then, I wish they kind of cleaned up a little bit more because Ella's getting into a lot of stuff she's not supposed to have. Hang on. I also have to clean up from my... I was home alone last night. I'm sorry. I look so greasy because of my moisturizer. Oh, and a Pop-Tart. What, babe? Come here. What? Let me get her something to eat. Hang on. I got myself something to drink too because I was so thirsty. I woke up this morning and my mouth was so dry, but what I was saying is I'm just cleaning up from last night because TJ went out with one of his guy friends to go see the new Star Wars movie, and I haven't really seen my husband much, various reasons. One, he's been working a lot, and then when he comes home, we've been working on the kitchen because we're so close to being done. And then, what's the matter? You have it in your hand, right? And then, like, I went out the other night with Amber to Skateland, and then last night he went to the movies, so I've been alone. Like, I've been pretty much just with Ella for the past, like, 4 days or so. So I got lonely, so I stuffed my face. I stuffed my face with food. Here's the Pop-Tart from last night, too, so... but anyways, they got some more done. We got some more of this wall done. They got down here and up here, and they finally was able to finish off this side. That's where the baseboard was cut off. So this is all done. Now it's just that corner, and then that corner still over there. So I'm excited about that. He said he wanted to come home and work on it some more because now the rest is just drywall, which is very, very exciting. So hopefully we'll either get that done today or very, very close. And we're getting in touch with the guy who's doing our mudding soon as well. I mentioned yesterday that I went out back. I went back out to Target to get some more stuff, and I had washed it all off and put it in my strainer, but I'll show you just a couple things. So I got a salt and pepper shaker. So this is the salt one and the pepper one. Again, I wanted to keep my like silverware and plates and stuff very, very simple and just white. Are you out? Yeah, let me grab you another piece. Hip 'em. And then I went out to get more plates, but they only had one left, so I took it because I don't know when they're going to come back in a restock, so I wanted to at least grab one more while I was there. Then I got these plastic white bowls. They're almost like cereal bowls. I actually got, I only got 4 of them. But I think these were maybe like $1.50 each, but I liked that they were just white and very simple. And then I also got these clear bowls. They're a little bit more shallow than the white ones are. I think they were a little bit more expensive too, but I ended up grabbing like a full stack of those. And then I grabbed some of these kinds of cups because I got the tall, narrow ones, and I saw these, so they're almost like stemless wine glasses, so I really like them. So I grabbed 4 of those. So I have home decor coming together, and it's really exciting because I'm like, I see the kitchen coming together, and you guys, you're not even prepared for what I have planned for this kitchen. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys remember, but we'll have a breakfast bar over here. That's what that half wall is for, and I'm just so excited. And then our living room, which is currently run over by Ella, is going to be our dining room, and our living room is moving to the den. So everything's kind of switching around because we we're trying to get out of this house within the next year or so because we're kind of outgrowing it with her. There's no way that we can start having our second baby until we are considering moving because we just don't really have the room. Like, well, we'd have the room maybe till they're like 6 months, but once the baby starts moving, like crawling and walking and stuff, we're just running out of space for that for them to run around, and it's crowded with her, you know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this house back to livable status so we can sell it to a couple or, you know, a single whoever, you know what I mean? So just like a young family who's looking for a starter home. So that's what we're trying to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself some breakfast because Mama's hungry, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Does anyone else, like, especially whenever you're home alone, I'm not technically home alone, Ella actually wanted to go to sleep very, very shortly after she woke. It was weird. She was really tired, and she's still sleeping, and it's 11 now. But I always, sorry, I'm trying to edit a video while I'm talking to you guys. Well, actually get a video up. I always feel like I hear something downstairs, and it's so creepy, but I know, like, our water heater downstairs, the pressure is a little bit weird. Oh, and Ella's up. Let's go get the sleepyhead. Hi, sleepyhead. You want to go to bed early? Hi. You were so tired this morning. It was weird. She woke up around 8, which is already late for her. If you want to tell him, go ahead. Tell him, bub. Oh, yeah? Oh my goodness. And then she got tired again around 10. Uh-huh. You were so tired. You were such a sleepy baby. Mama's gotta go wash off this hair mask. But yeah, she got tired again around 9, so she was only up for like an hour, but she kept I took a shower before I put on the hair mask, and then she got tired again. She kept yawning and rubbing her eyes, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna try. I'm like, I don't think you'll we gotta open the baby gate. I'm like, I don't think you'll fall back asleep, but she passed out in like 5 minutes. It was weird. You were such a sleepy baby. All right, come in the bathroom with me. Mama's gotta wash this out. Whoop! I'm recording. My poor baby doesn't feel very good. She's very warm. Sleepy a lot. My poor sweetie. So I am watching some YouTube on TV. I don't think Ella's feeling very well. She's standing right there holding the remote. Thank you, babe. Okay, maybe you're feeling a little bit better. I don't know. Her head, like, I felt her head because she came in and laid down on me, and it was so warm, and I'm like, oh no. Like, I felt her cheeks, I felt her head, and they were so warm. And I've been trying to feed her all morning. Like, I try to give her breakfast, and then I tried to give her lunch, and I try to feed her like little snacks in between, and she just bit me. She doesn't really have, no, that's what happens when you bite me. She doesn't really have an appetite for anything, so I'm wondering if she's getting sick. She's been like gagging herself recently too. Is this a thing that babies do? Like, she'll literally stick her 2 fingers in her mouth and she'll like gag, and it freaks me out because I'm like, don't throw up, like, don't do that. So I have to like, what are you doing, crazy? I have to like take her fingers out of her mouth before she throws up. Like, that's a new thing. I was gonna show my shirt, but baby butt is cuter. Hey, I don't want you that close to the edge. Sit up, please. I'm wearing my We Wear Pink, or on Wednesdays, we wear a pink shirt, although today is Saturday. What are you doing? Funny story about these pants. They're like almost really tickled. They're almost like capri yoga pants, and the last time I wore these pants, I went into labor with this one. So I'm like, but I don't know. I kind of want to just turn on the kit. Where are you going? Where you going? Did you go much? Did you go much? Did you go much? Hi. I kind of want to just turn on the camera and just talk to you guys because I don't know how much I'm gonna vlog today. I'm hoping that if my husband comes home and he gets more work done that I can show you guys that, but that's not till later today. But I don't know, like I forget sometimes that I can just talk to you guys about anything, because YouTube's one of those weird things. It's like you only really want to show the best sides of you, but I forget that I'm like, hello, this is my vlogging channel, this is my life channel, this is what it's all about, to show the good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy, the breakdowns, like I feel like when I turn on the camera, I don't feel like I'm talking to a camera. I feel like I'm talking directly to you guys, which it's not directly to you guys, but you do respond to me, and it's kind of like talking to a sister or to like a best friend or something. And I need to remember that, because sometimes I just kind of want to vent or break down, and I feel like I don't really have anybody to do that with. And I do, I don't know, I'm so weird. Like, I always had issues with like real life relationships. Like, I've never really been able to keep friends. Like, any friends that I've had like since forever up till now, I don't have anymore. And I have Amber, like we're more so like new friends probably within the past couple of years. And I do always have my mom, but I don't know, like every relationship that I've ever had with almost anybody, pretty much anybody except for my family, has broken. So I'm like, okay, well, it can't be everybody else, maybe it's just me. And I don't know, I don't know, I always forget that I can talk to you guys. Where this is going, I'm kind of just rambling at the moment, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be kind of all over the place with this vlog today, I already know it. But I don't know, I've mentioned this before, like a little while ago. I like this little tail. My hair is awful. It was hair washing day and I just threw it up after it dried. It's not 100% dried, but it's pretty close. But I don't know, I have been in such a slump for the past maybe couple of months. Like, I want to even call it depression. Like, I just wake up some mornings and I'm like, I just don't want to get up. Like, I just do not want to get up. And what I'm about to tell you next is so personal. Like, obviously I know that I'm sharing it with a lot of people. This is the internet, so I'm not like hush hush, keep it a secret, because I'm willingly sharing it. But I wasn't gonna share it at first, but I really truly feel like I should, and maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know. Like, don't get worried or anything when I tell you this, but like Christmas Eve, something happened. Something happened, and it really upset me. And I was talking to my husband. I was like in complete hysterics, and I'm like, TJ, like, seriously? I'm like, all I want to do right now is just wait for Ella to grow up and get married and have her babies, and I just want to see all that happen in her life, and then I just want to die. Like, I said I would die very... I didn't think I was gonna cry, to be totally honest. I didn't even feel this coming on. But I've just been so depressed recently, and like, I try to get up every day and get ready, because I don't like my appearance like this. I think I look awful. I hate everything about this, like what I look like right now. Like, this is not cute, this is not pretty to me. But I don't even know where I was going with that. But I've been wanting to get up and get ready and try to feel beautiful and try to feel confident, and there are just some mornings I just really don't want to get up, and that's not an option with Ella. What's the matter, boo-boos? I don't know what happened. What happened? Hang on. Can Can you hang out with me while my mama vlogs? So I don't know. There were just a lot more days than not that I just don't want to get up, and I just want the day to be done the second I wake up, you know. And what? I told TJ 1,000 times, I'm like, Ella is my saving grace. Absolutely. You know, I've dealt with depression for a really, really, really long time. A really, really long time. And I'm gonna continue this conversation after she naps, only because I do want to share something else, but like, it's a very, very serious topic. It's about something that I used to go through as a kid. So, because I was talking about like going through depression and stuff, and like I've been dealing with it for a really long time. As a kid, I always remember. What's the matter? Being depressed and stuff, but there are a couple like little mini stories that go with that. So once she goes down for a nap, I will. How can I be sad with this face? That's why you're my saving grace. My guardian angel is right here. Hi, baby. Oh, is that a boogie? Was that a boogie? Huh? It's probably so gross to people who aren't. Oh my goodness. So this is so different than what I was just talking about, but I was just attempting the condom challenge, and if you don't know what that is, like, just look it up. But I made such a mess in my bathroom. My floor is literally drenched in water. It ended up spurting into my kitchen so far from the shower all the way over there. That was a total fail. I think I need like help, somebody holding it over my head. But all right, I'll talk about what I was just talking about in just a second. So this is how long my real hair is getting, by the way. I never really have it. This is completely natural, air dried, curly, wavy, nasty hair. But I can't wait. It's getting a little bit long, but can't wait till it's like down here. But let me go ahead and throw it up real quick. Okay, so why is this open? Anyways, what I was saying earlier about like the whole depression thing, I was saying that I can remember dealing with depression for a really, really long time, even as a kid. But like as a kid, it was more anxiety than depression. Like, let me think of a few examples. Most of you know that my real parents had split like when I was like 2 years old, so it's not even like anything to me now. It's kind of like normal. But anyways, I used to visit my dad every other weekend, and every time, I don't know why, but every time he would come and pick me up, he would wait outside in the car, and my two older brothers who have the same dad, I'd be like, okay, Shayna, like, Dad's here and stuff, and I would just get so much anxiety that he would leave. Like, I just had this, like, crazy fear of him just driving away with my two brothers and just leave me at my mom's, and it doesn't have anything to do with my parents. Both my parents are great. It was just, like, the fear of being left, and I don't know if it's because, you know, my parents did split when I was 2, and I have like this really, really embedded memory of when my dad like left the house like for the last time, and I remember I had run up to him and given him a hug and stuff, and I don't know if that memory maybe triggered an abandonment issues. It's not like he was abandoning me though. He was just, you know, moving out of the house, going to find his own place. And so I don't know, like every time he would come, I would get so much anxiety. I could feel my heart like start beating 1,000 miles an hour, and I would just start hyperventilating, and I'd be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, and I couldn't get my coat on fast enough, I couldn't get my shoes on fast enough. So that's just one of the memories I remember with a lot of anxiety as a kid, and it happened every other weekend. Every time he would pick me up, I would get anxiety. And then I used to have, I don't even want to call it OCD because I don't technically know, like I was never diagnosed for OCD, but it's not nearly as bad. Like, I barely notice it now, but when I was little, this might be too much like TMI, but when I was little, whenever I put on my underwear, I always, for some reason, thought that I put it on backwards, so I'd have to constantly, like, 10 times take off and put back on my underwear because I always felt like I put it on wrong. That also happened a lot with going to the bathroom. I always needed to know that there was a bathroom near me. Like, if I was running an errand with my mom, I'd be like, is there a bathroom there? And if she said she didn't know, which she genuinely didn't, I'd be like, oh my god, like, I have to go to the bathroom 10 times now. I don't like to wear socks to this day. I'll wear them if I'm going to, like, the gym, but very rarely will you see me wear socks because you know the line on, like, the tip of the toes of their socks? That used to bother the hell out of me when I was a little girl. Like, it would always be, like, on the tip of my toes, that line or something, and I'd be like, oh my god, it's bothering me. Like, so I don't like to wear socks now to this day. Like, again, if it's appropriate, if I'm going to the gym or something, I will, but you'll never really see me wear socks. Like, really, really random things like that. I remember this one time, and this is because it was triggered by something, but I had woken up, and I woke up probably like 8-9 o'clock one morning, and I looked over at my outlet and it was smoking, and I'm like, oh my god. I run to my mom and I'm like, Mom, my outlet's on fire. And ever since then, like, all of this kind of stopped when I moved out of my mom's house, but whenever I lived there, I would have to check my outlets every single night before I went to bed. Like, I would touch them and make sure that they weren't warm to the touch, and if I thought I felt something, I couldn't sleep well. Like, I don't know what was going on, but my whole life I've dealt with a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and as I'm getting older, it's more depression than anxiety. Like, I'll get really anxious. My husband knows this. I'll get really anxious with driving in really crowded situations. I'm very, very close to Boston, and I love visiting Boston, but driving there, and if it's like rush hour, I get a lot of anxiety. Whether I'm driving or not, I get a lot of anxiety. Like, certain things will trigger my anxiety. And my husband's like, well, why don't you, like, take a Xanax? Like, go, like, get diagnosed or something. And I'm like, I don't want to have to rely on pills. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, honestly, if any of you are, like, comfortable with answering this, if any of you take some sort of anxiety or depression medication, if they work for you, let me know, because sometimes my anxiety is just through the roof. Like, I'll really, really start hyperventilating and stuff. And again, what I was referring to earlier, what happened on Christmas Eve, I was hyperventilating. Like, I was driving and I had to pull over, and I'm like, I can't drive. I can't even see straight because my eyes were so blurry from anxiety and just crying, and I had to pull over. I couldn't drive. I didn't feel comfortable with Ella in the back seat. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they can help me. That's up to you guys. So let me know, you know, if anything has ever helped you out. I also used to deal with something. I used to have these two mini stories are a lot more personal than what I was just sharing. This is what I was explaining earlier, that it's personal, but I'm willing to share it because I feel like it can maybe help someone, or even like help me just talking about it. But when I was little, probably around maybe 10 years old, when you're kind of turning into your own person, you know, you're trying to figure things out, you're going into that awkward preteen, middle school phase, you know, the world's becoming a little bit more real. Well, when I was little, like 1, 2, 3, even up to like 10 years old, but not as often, I used to get these things called night terrors, which are basically nightmares, but when you wake up, instead of being like, oh, like, thank God it was just a nightmare, that's over, your night terror is still going on, and it's a psychological thing. So, example, like, I'm sleeping I'm sleeping, I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, a nightmare, but then I look around and I can still see what's going on. Like, a reoccurring night terror that I used to always have, and I don't know if I should make a full story time on this. Let me know if you guys want one. and I'll make one, so, because this is going to be kind of vague on it. I don't want to go into too much detail, but with a story time I would. But I just used to remember that these two women would always be there. One was a mom and one was a daughter, and for some reason they would come up to me like I was lying down in the middle of like a big fight type of thing. I'd be lying down and they'd take these gold coins and put them right on my chest, and I swear to God, I could feel the like coins, the coldness, the hardness, the roundness, like the shape of the coins. It felt like a pile of coins was pressing down on my chest, and eventually I'd wake up out of it. But sometimes what would happen is like the memory would start fading away, and I was so scared. I was a little girl, so I'm like, what is going on? So I'd go to my mom's room, but I don't know. To this day, I've actually talked to my brother about this because I guess he experienced it, but to this day I don't know what happened. Like I can't wrap my mind around what happened, but I would be walking to my mom's, but I feel like I'm going like this slow. Like I don't feel like I'm walking at a normal pace, and I don't know if I was actually walking at a normal pace, but my whole body just, I couldn't move any faster. So with the night terror going on and then like not being able to move fast or like run away, it was so scary and so traumatizing. And I used to tell my mom that I used to be able to see, they're called auras, which it's like a faint line around people. They're like almost like a silhouette of color around a person's figure, and they'd be red, they'd be blue, they'd be yellow, they'd be green, and like supposedly it told me about that person, but like I was like, Mom, I can see colors around people. Like very, very weird. I don't know, like I just had a lot of weird experiences as a kid, and I always, this happens to the day, which you might not know, but I always feel like I see people out of the corner of my eye. Like, example, like my closet is over there. My closet doesn't have a door right now, so like I'd be sleeping and I feel like I see someone in the closet. Like I don't want to freak you guys out, but it's not super scary to me because I've been seeing things like my whole life, and I'll always think, like I've never made full-on eye contact or like full face-to-face with one of these things, but I'll always see something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, was someone there? And they're like, no one was there. I don't know, this this story like went on a whole different thing, but I don't know, I felt like that was something I should share because I feel like it really, really directly links back to my anxiety and my depression, and I feel like they're always underlying causes, and I don't know, I just felt like sharing it. So if any of you guys have ever been through anything that I just said, hopefully not, because it's not fun, and or like if you were dealing with depression or anxiety, like I'm okay, guys. I don't want what to come out of this is you to be worried about my well-being. I'm totally okay. It's just something that I've been dealing with my whole life, so I'll go through these spurts of depression, but as I said, as I'm getting older, I see depression being more prominent, but I'm trying to fix that because I like to try to be as positive of a person as I can, but sometimes my feelings just take over, and I've been rambling on for 10 minutes, 11 minutes, so that's pretty much it. I am going to have some lunch. I brought up some baked beans. Does anyone else love baked beans? Like, I love them. It's just a bowl of baked beans, and that's what I'm having for lunch. And I'm gonna go ahead and schedule today's vlog, and I'm gonna edit a story time. So just let me know about everything that I just mentioned, and hopefully in a little bit I'll be able to show you some progress with the kitchen. So I have a question for you guys. Whenever I kind of come up with new ideas, I kind of want to get the opinion of people that already watch me. So I have this idea for two reasons. Well, let me tell you the idea and then I'll explain why. So I wanted to create a second channel, but just for, you know, like Audible and like sites like that will read books to you. I really love reading, but sometimes I just find the lack of motivation or like time and stuff. But I remember as a kid when I was in school, my teacher would read to us all the time. Like every day she would read a couple of chapters, and I really loved listening to her read and stuff. And I thought it might be kind of a cool idea to start a channel where I read. So it's basically like a podcast, but in a video type of thing. So they're not going to be videos that I expect you to watch, but more so like have in the background if you're working on something. So I don't know, I'm actually gonna record my first video today. I don't know, I have a channel name in mind. I don't know if it's taken though, but I will leave it down below if the channel does go up today. So if you wanna, it's basically a channel where I'm gonna have 2 books going on at the same time, one a novel and the other a short story. And I'm gonna try to post every single day, because I already posted this channel every single day, so I don't know how challenging that will be. But so that's the first reason I'm posting it, because I really love listening to other people read, and I think other people would enjoy it as well. But I also have a hard time speaking. I stutter a lot, I trip over my words a lot, so I figured if I practice speaking every day, you like my clump of hair, if I practice speaking every day, that I can only get better at it. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Again, if the channel is already up, you can go down below and click on that link. It'll be the first thing in the description if I do start it today. There won't be any videos posted yet because I haven't recorded anything, but I'll keep you guys updated. But let me know what you think of that idea, if you think that that channel might be a popular thing or not. I don't know, but just let me know. Okay, I'm excited. I've been talking a lot today. I know, I'm really sorry, but I'm really excited. I just started up my second channel, and it's called I Read. So the link will be down below. Again, there's no videos or anything just yet. My husband, when he comes home, I'm gonna film my first episode today, and this is a book that we're working on, which is called The Host by Stephanie Meyer. It's an amazing book. I've already read it, but years and years ago. Here is the cover. So some books that we're gonna be reading are actually like hard copy books, so you'll hear like the page turning, but other books can be read on like my Kindle, which is somewhere, or like other devices, or like computer or whatever, you know what I mean. But every book that I read, I'm gonna make sure that you know, is legal. Like I've either purchased it or it's free, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited about it. I don't know, like 2016 is kicking off a new channel, and I never thought that that would be like a channel that I do, but I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys like it. So make sure you check it out. I already subbed to my own channel. But that's pretty much it probably for today, because I do have a lot of filming to do with this new channel. I'll show you if anything gets done with the kitchen, but probably not. So I will see you guys tomorrow if we don't do anything with the kitchen.